What's good, YouTube? It's LUISGUSTO. Welcome to another cinematic masterpiece here in Chicago. In 2019, when I started this channel, I was traveling solo a lot. Like, I mean a lot. I went to San Sebastian, Rome, Milan, Paris, and London, all by myself, yeah. No friends, no family, not even an AI companion. But before I made any of those trips, in late 2015, I came all by myself to the Windy City. Gusto Nation, so far I am having a phenomenal day. Your boy got up at 6 a.m., hit the gym, did a little lifting, then I came home, made a protein smoothie with frozen blueberries and bananas. But I didn't have a full breakfast, nor did I have coffee. And I know y'all know what that means. We are back at Pittsfield Cafe in the Pittsfield building down here in the Loop. Last time we came here, it was for our cheap eats in downtown Chicago. Today we got the 1, 2, 3 combo, 3 over easy eggs, some bacon, and 3 pancakes, a little bit of freshly squeezed orange juice, and of course, y'all know coffee, no cream, no sugar, you know the deal. This breakfast looks incredible. I am so hungry. It's late morning already, and like I said earlier, I got my swole on, so I'm super hungry. I'm about to dive into this food. Once again, that was an incredible breakfast at Pittsfield Cafe. I really can't recommend this place enough. It's right on Washington, just east of Wabash. And it's like an old school American diner. So at this point, you may be thinking, wait, hold up, Louis. I thought you were always in Chicago. Well, OG Gusto Nation knows that I spent about half my life in Florida, and back in 2015, I was actually living in Gainesville. Go Gators. At that point, I was sort of thinking about moving back to my hometown. It was more of an inkling of an idea, and I figured, hey, let me take a trip and kind of feel it out. In hindsight, I guess it kind of seems like an unnecessary decision, like it was already a done deal. But regardless, I had fun. I spent time with my family, went around to different neighborhoods, and of course, had some incredible food. So maybe you're in the same boat. You're thinking about moving to Chicago, but want to take a trip alone first to kind of see what the deal is. A little try before you buy, you know what I mean? Or maybe you want to travel solo to the Windy City. In either case, I got you, fam. Back in 2015, my life was at a crossroads. The time in Gainesville, my college town, was coming to its logical end, and I needed to make a move. So I came up with 3 main options. Number 1, Orlando, the physically closest big city. Number 2, South Florida, where I grew up and where a lot of my family still lives. And number 3, sweet home Chicago, where I would have the most opportunity, plus the highest income earning potential. Obviously, I was leaning heavily towards Chicago, and spoiler alert, this is where I ended up. But at the time, I wasn't 100% sure about 2 things. A, did I really want to make this move? And B, could I financially and logistically make it happen? We are back on museum campus on the steps of one of my favorite museums in the entire world, the Field Museum of Natural History. I love this place, but you know when I love it even more? On free days, yes. Today is one of several days throughout the year where if you're an Illinois resident and you can prove it, you know, with an ID or something like that, then you get in free. They got great fossils here, including Sue the T-Rex. They got gemstones, all kinds of great stuff. Since I have a big breakfast sitting in my tummy from Pittsfield Cafe, why don't we get our learn on? All right, although we're in Chicago, we're now gonna take a trip to ancient Egypt by entering this authentic tomb. Wow. I feel like the Tomb Raider. If it wasn't already apparent, I highly recommend the Field Museum. There's so much to see here, from taxidermied animals to different cultures, artifacts, dinosaur bones, which we're about to go check out now. So this is Sue's real skull. The one on display is a replica because this one got deformed during fossilization. This is new to me. Sue has her own store now. Check out these t-shirts. Talk about drip. Wow, may have to pick one of these up. If you're coming to the Windy City alone and you're feeling intimidated, don't be. I know it's a big city, but that's exactly what makes it perfect for solo travelers. Everybody here is minding their own business. It's like a less busy New York City. I recommend staying in the downtown area because you're gonna be centrally located. So Streeterville, River North, South Loop, or the Loop. Well, I guess I could throw West Loop in there as well. You're gonna have access to lots of public transit, and there are so many hotels to choose from. We've reviewed a bunch of hotels on the channel and we got more on the way, but if there's a specific hotel that you're thinking about and you want us to review it, let us know in the comments below. Being close to downtown, you can take public transit to pretty much any neighborhood you want to go visit, whether it be Hyde Park, Pilsen, Chinatown, Edgewater, Logan Square, or Lincoln Park. I mean, that's what I did when I traveled here solo in 2015. I was pretty sure that Lincoln Park was the neighborhood I wanted to live in. After all, I was born there, but you know, I wanted to make sure, and so I spent time at the Chicago History Museum. I walked all around the park, went to the farmer's market, and that pretty much convinced me that, yeah, that's the neighborhood I want to live in. And if you are traveling here by yourself, museums are a perfect thing to do. Not just the Field Museum, which we just left, but really any of the museums in Chicago. I truly believe that this city has one of the greatest collection of museums in the entire world. If the weather's nice, I would highly recommend jumping on one of the river cruises. It's a great way to pass the time if you're by yourself. Now, as for what not to do when visiting Chicago alone, Museum campus is located right on Lake Michigan, and my apartment building is also located very close to Lake Michigan, just a couple miles north. So instead of grabbing an Uber or hopping on the bus, I'm thinking we rent a divvy bike and ride it up the lakefront trail. Can we make it, Gusto Nation? All right, so this is the bike that we'll be riding up Lake Michigan. I had to get an e-bike because I'm not trying to pedal super hard up the lake right now. I already got my workout in and it's like late afternoon. I just want to get home, you know what I mean? It's one of the greatest things about living in Chicago. Unfortunately, you're doing it next to one of the busiest expressways in America. Oh well, can't have everything. All right, so I made it back to Lincoln Park. I'm still on the lakeshore, beautiful Lake Michigan behind me. That was an amazing bike ride along the lakefront trail, and I'm really loving that brand new Navy Pier flyover. Before, you used to have to weave into traffic around where the bridge goes over the Chicago River. It's now a perfect bike ride from museum campus back to the north side. But if there is absolutely one thing that I would tell you not to do when traveling to Chicago solo, it's this. Under no circumstances should you eat a deep dish pizza all by yourself. Now, but for real, don't just stay in your hotel room. I know it's difficult packing, getting to the airport, flying on a plane alone, checking into your hotel alone. The temptation is obviously there to just stay in your hotel, get room service, or even stay in the immediate vicinity of the hotel. But trust me, you'll regret that. So just step outside your comfort zone. Chicago is a lot friendlier than the media would have you believe. You're gonna see a lot of smiling Midwestern faces, you know, that Midwestern friendliness. And if you're looking for suggestions on what to do, restaurants to visit, landmarks to see, you know I got you covered with all the playlists on my channel. Anyway, I am out of here, but I will see you next time. Peace.